The man came into town one autumn afternoon. He appeared at the end of a neighborhood boulevard that was lined with blazing red and orange trees. The man was economical in every way, he wasted no time. Walking down the center of that fall-stricken boulevard, the man had every action premeditated. The town was winding down. The sky was turning a dark shade of purple that signified one final warning before total darkness. The smell of various spices and burning wood danced around in the chilled air. The man continued, unseen and unheard despite his obvious presentation and position. Families were caught in their own unique frenzies. Children setting the dinner table, fathers and mothers burning their hands on boiling water or soothing a roused smoke alarm. Husbands and wives pouring red wine or watching the news. Rebellious adolescents were plotting their newest late-night escapade or begrudgingly helping cut onions for their own family dinners. Meanwhile, the man passed them right by. Every home, a dollhouse. Every soul within, a new figurine for the man to play with. Wholesome and hearty meals were steaming hot as they entered the mouths of the neighborhood's residents. Butternut squash, mashed sweet potatoes, roasted turkey, white chicken chili, macaroni and cheese, creamy tomato soup, fresh-baked sourdough bread and dozens of other dishes in their own unique combinations were devoured. Each soul satiated. The man continued down the boulevard. He was not hateful in nature, but he was starving for the only thing that could keep him on the same plane as his prey. The families were loaded down with carbs, fats, and dairy. They were sluggish and useless after dinner. They were covered on couches, sofas, and recliners. The purple skies could no longer hold off the man, who glided up and down the boulevard patiently. The exact second the last golden sliver of the sun slipped below the town's horizon was the exact second the man's cosmic shackles were released. He now stood in front of a door that the universe had told him was unlocked. The man opened the door with a smile, as if he knew his lover was on the other side. In a way, that was the case. Now wielding an unknown object, the man crossed into the world of mortals. He hovered around the corner and found the family in their living room. He knew the young daughter was upstairs in her bedroom and that she would survive. The others were not so lucky. A napping father, a drowsy mother, and a grouchy adolescent sat on a couch. An old dog sat at their feet. The dog had already been growling for a few minutes beforehand. The man caught them by surprise though, the father never even woke up. The mother was only able to let out half a scream. The teenager tried to run. Everyone always tries to run. If only they knew it was simply their time and that running was a useless act, a waste of time. Within seconds, a family disappeared off the boulevard. Their skulls flattened by something untraceable. The surviving daughter lived on. She told the world of her family and that she wouldn't stop until the killer was caught. Eventually, she would corrupt and give up on that helpless mission as they all do. The authorities would never find any leads. They simply could never. It's not in their power. The town would rot from the inside out. Trust would be broken, rumors would be spread, hatred would be brewed off of imaginary gossip. Nothing would ever be the same for the sad old town. But that's just the way it goes. The man would continue on to the next town. And the next.